Hey guys, Phoenix here, and today it's a bit of a different sort of video. I'm completely on my own, just going for a walk at my local, or one of my local sort of nature reserve things. It used to be an RAF base and now it is like a nature reserve. But the point of this video is more just a bit of an update for everyone that religiously actually watches me, because obviously I don't really have much of an audience anymore, and I don't do this channel like I used to do years ago. I used to do weekly uploads all the way up until 2020, so I think that was like a 4 or 5 year stretch of one video, or at least one video every week on this channel. And since then everything has quite rapidly died down, so sometimes I could do one a month, sometimes I could do one every 4 months. So I've had probably a year where I've done 5 videos at most. So I have massively dropped off with the amount of videos I used to do, with good reason. I'm not going to go into all like the depression side of things that I've been through and the actual personal life stuff that I've had to face during that time, which did massively impact me and my creative skills and my ideas and my motivation for videos. But that's not what this video is about. This video is more about the direction of where I want to take this channel in the future. So obviously for a while now, my primary sort of video that I've always posted out is vlogs, and in my personal opinion, out of all the types of videos that I make, it is the most popular format of video that I make. Now, I'm completely aware it is incredibly niche for the sort of vlogs that I do, because I'm not famous, I'm not someone that's really interested, I'm not like a lifestyle person where everyone's going to be like, yes, I want that lifestyle, he's got a mansion with supercars, you know. I'm not someone that can be envied, so why should you watch me? Some people like to, some people don't, but I'd like to sort of push my vlogs a little bit more to a very niche set of audience that is interested in just someone being themselves and someone being honest and living the best of the life that they can. That's simply my sort of target with my videos nowadays. It's not to wow everyone with, oh, look at this lifestyle. Yeah, I've made it look like that in the past. Like, I've had helicopter rides, I've been in very nice cars, I used to go to Aston Martin and visit the headquarters and do all of these expensive, extravagant things. But that's not me. That's just the one-off sort of adventures that I get to go on. The actual me is I pretty much sit at home all day. I do some cleaning. When I've been doing work, I do work. It's the same old boring life that everyone else on the planet has to live. And then the occasional days where I have got nothing to do. The wife's at work, it's quite late on in the evening, and I fancy just a nice nature walk on my own. You know, just to keep myself healthy and to get myself a bit of fresh air and a leg stretch. Stuff like that. If I could even vlog stuff like this, but today's been a bit too boring, so you wouldn't have wanted to know the whole day. But overall, I'd like to push forward a lot more vlogs on the channel. V.G.C for me stands for vlogs, gaming and challenges, or it used to. Nowadays, I'd say it more stands for vlogs, my name and the wife's name. I hate saying my name aloud, but you can call me G if you like. And the wife's real name isn't MILF, it isn't Floof, it's Courtney. So V.G.C, vlogs for me and her. Sounds about right to me. So I want to push forward a few more adventures, like what we've just been on in the Lake District, and travelling around the UK. Any sort of interesting day, I'd like to vlog. Or say if there's little bits at home that you guys are interested, whether I'm working on the cars or doing anything along the lines of, I don't know, house renovations, just, you know, everyday sort of stuff that you might be interested in as an audience. What sort of stuff would you like to see? side note, I just had a little stop and a look over there because that is the memorial thing for, I'm assuming, one of the airstrip areas over there of the actual airfield. Now, from a content perspective, I am fully aware that we're in an age of TikToks, YouTube shorts, everything that is very short format content, because people's attention spans are just rapidly dropping, and that shows in almost every single one of my videos, because I can see the watch time and everything. Most people drop off within the first 3 to 4 minutes on my videos, which in some cases is understandable because I don't exactly have a script for any of these vlogs. It is just as I'm saying it now, as it comes out. So sometimes I surprise myself with the things I say, hence sometimes I can be a little bit inappropriate and my humour's a little bit dark. But I don't want to put on a performance anymore. When I was a lot younger and I actually tried with this channel, I was putting on a persona that I had to be child friendly, I had to not be myself, I had to put on some sort of phoenix persona to basically build myself as somebody else, some sort of celebrity figure, to say. It's not something I can really keep up. I don't want to have to do that. I want to just be myself. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy my content. And sometimes with how my videos aren't scripted, apart from obviously the random jokes that I'll throw in there, I don't want to have to make everything short format. I don't want to have to put the effort into making things short and snappy all the time just to keep people's attention. If you genuinely enjoy my content and you enjoy it for me, which is the niche, you're literally watching it for me in whatever I do, because that is what the videos are, you're gonna want to watch the longer videos, which is obviously sometimes it can be up to an hour. Usually my vlogs now have gone up to about 40 minutes long. They used to be, when I first started out, round about 10 minutes each. That was the sort of extreme lengths I could go, but that was simply because I had, I think it was an iPhone 5C at the time with 16 gigabytes of storage, so it was hardly an iPhone to do full length vlogs with. But now I've actually got the equipment I need, I just film what I want, and I don't want it to be super shortcut. I don't want to cut out all of the mistakes, all of the things that go wrong. I don't want to have to cut out, you know, things that just make it look super smooth. I want the content to be as natural as possible and as me as possible. So it's literally watching time as it happens. I'm not putting it on. I just want, if you do enjoy the videos, you to see what happens as it is. It's the most honest form of content there is. It's not, like I say, no script, no forward planning, apart from if we have a plan of where to go, I'll say it at the start. That is it. I know you're not even supposed to do that. You're supposed to have a hook so people keep watching to find out what you do. I want people to know what I'm about to do. I want people to think, yes, I'd like to stick around for that, not just watch it because they got stuck into the iPad kid era of bored in 2 seconds, swipe next. That format is killing modern society and videos and films. And as I'd like to say former filmmaker at this point, it really does kick all of this side of the media down. Side note, I don't actually know where I'm going, so once again, not sponsored, I am using the All Trails app to find out which direction to go, because it is the easiest way for me to learn around this place. Even though it's local, I've never actually done this walk before, and it is quite peaceful and nice. Yes, it is quite peaceful and nice, and I've seen multiple squirrels. I can hear probably another one in the bush there, so I might need to do this more often. Now, you will be able to tell if my form of content is for you simply by, if you've watched to this point, you probably like my videos, because realistically, in this sort of day and age, as I was just saying, a lot of people would have already clicked off by now, because it is basically, to everyone else, a video of me just rambling on about an insignificant channel that no one's ever heard of. So if you are enjoying it so far, thanks for sticking around. I've got a little bit more to talk about, but I'm just going to enjoy a bit of scenic view for now, and then get you guys some cinematic clips maybe, and I'll continue talking in for you like 3 seconds time. Just a slight side note, I may take a slight different direction because that to me looks like a bull. Hiya! May be friendly, but I'd rather post this video and not die today. Could be really friendly, but yeah, I don't fancy chancing it, especially whilst I'm on my own and nobody knows where I am. Probably won't be the smartest idea, you know, especially today in the UK. Apparently they're quite dangerous. Like I say, could be really friendly, could want a big hug and a pat on the nose, but not today. On my next note for people, I'd just like to have a single moment just to say thank you. I think I've already mentioned it earlier, but just thank you to the few people that do stick around and do religiously watch my videos. The little amount of audience that I do have, I do get some nice comments, and it's usually the people that you don't know that give you the most support. And I don't know how much I can put it into words, but simply I do massively appreciate the few people that do watch and support the channel, because let's say 99% of the time I am doing this for myself. I'm not actually, oh, there's a squirrel. I'm not actually doing it for any sort of gains. I'm not doing it for any sort of popularity. I'm not doing it for anybody else. 90% of these videos, or 99% of these videos, are for me to look back on in the future. Yes, I am one of those weirdos that will sit and watch my own videos, but so many years down the line I can go back and watch. I think on this channel now I can even go back 10 full years this August, a full decade worth of videos, and see what I was up to in every stage and every year of my life in the past decade. And that, it's memory gold. Some of them are quite sad to me now, because obviously you don't have the same friends anymore. You don't have the same people in your life. You could have gained a few, you could have lost a few, in my case, a lot. And on a final note, just before I do go, I'm not just going to be doing vlogs. Like, I know that's what I said will be the primary thing that I do, but I will still do other things, other bits of content. Don't know if I'll bring back any gaming, like I said in one of my last updates. I might just do some live streams here and there, but other than that, that just straight away flopped. It's too overdone on YouTube, so I'd rather just stick with my niche, and if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Please do share around with the people you think might enjoy it. Eventually there might be a few families that sit and watch me together, but maybe that's for another decade, maybe not this one. I've spent a decade trying, and I'm quite happy knowing that I don't have to force anything out. I can just do this at my own leisure. If you yourself want to start content creation or doing TikTok or YouTube, whatever you want, I'd also like to just mention, give it a go. So many people have messaged me saying they've tried it before, or they've thought about it before, or they wanted to do it, but then the peer pressure of people saying it's weird or stupid is just too much. I know it's oversaid, just ignore them. Go and have a bit of fun, because I decided to do this stuff, as stupid as it might be, and I might look back on some of my old videos, as I said, a decade ago, and go, that's a bit of a cringy thing, that, or that's not appropriate, or I had no idea what I was doing or saying there. You grow as a person. It's how people grow and move on. If you're worried about anything like that, forget about it, just do it. You will be able to look back on all this content and all of your life, like I've done, and go, I remember that day. That was a good day. I can see the car park. Looks like this pointless lecture talk video that I'm doing is coming to an end, so the few people that are still watching, it's going to be the end in a minute. I'm going to say my final words, which I'm just thinking of on the spot, and leave it at that. And there she is, the good old S5. So there we are. I've had my little walk around. Obviously I've not filmed it all. If I did, then I've been here about, I don't know, an hour and a half. But this is a little update video on the direction of my channel, and some of the little bits that I sprinkled in there along the way, just because I've decided to ramble a bit longer, because I don't ever post as much on this channel, like I say. I might as well give you guys what I can for the 2 people that are interested. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed today's video and want to see more, give the video a like, give it a comment, see what sort of things you want me to talk about. I might do more of these, not as full-fledged vlogs like I normally do, where it is from the moment, or near enough the moment I get up, all the way up until going to bed. That is what I class as a normal vlog. Hence, sometimes it can be a bit stretched out to get into the point, because I will always do beginning of the day to the end of the day. That is what I class as a vlog. Don't like it, leave it. But these videos, I will just film me chatting about something on a walk like this. If you want to see more about that, drop a comment. What sort of things you want me to talk about, whether it's the history of the Astra, the full history of what happened to the Mercs, obviously that got crashed into, plans that I've got for the cars, plans that I've got for future videos, or places I want to visit. I don't know, it could even just be a random Q&A video where you guys put some questions in the comments. I will write them down on, I don't know, a bit of paper on my phone or something, and I'll read them out and do a Q&A whilst going on a walk like this, just so it's not a boring room and I'm sat in front of a camera. Yeah, I know sometimes my video might be a bit up and down, but that's because I'm trying to walk, not fall over and hold my phone at the same time. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed today's video, make sure to like and subscribe for more. Smack my bell for notifications if you want to see this sexy face again, and I will see you all in another one. Get a start up. Ooh, quite a warm start still, and you probably didn't hear that on camera, but I'll see you all in another one. Phoenix salute, out.